it starts to feel, and you know this better than anybody, that as you lead up to the draft, you know, the fog starts to clear, the smoke starts to dissipate, and then you start to get a little more truer opinion on some people here. Where are the Cardinals on Kyler Murray right now?
I mean, I wish you had said, so what do you think of this draft? I would have said I had no clue. Because, Dan, I'll tell you what has happened the last 3 or 4 years particularly, okay? And I'm going to tell you, there's a team in the top 10 this year whose general manager told me, said, I know I've helped you in the past. I'm not talking to anybody in the days before the draft. Why? So because he is afraid of influencing in any way what might happen before or during their pick. And there's a bunch of scared rabbits out there right now, quite honestly. At the top of the draft, I can't tell you how many people are not talking at the top of the draft. So I just think it's starting to be an odd time in forecasting the draft. I'm doing my mock draft next Monday. I only do one, and I'm doing it next Monday. And the one thing I'm going to write is, listen, this draft is going to look absolutely foolish at midnight on Thursday, because it will. I'll get 2 or 3 right if I'm lucky. Because this is not like it used to be. When I remember, I won't tell you who it was, but somebody who had the 14th pick in the draft one year said, put us down for John Doe. And I said, should I really do that? He said, no, we're taking John Doe. Dan, he took John Doe. He took John Doe. And I called him after the first round, and I just said, I love you. I said, why did you tell me that? He goes, because we knew he was going to be there. We were positive nobody was going to take him or trade up for him. And so why not say it?
But if you could have an honest conversation with one GM in the draft this year.
Yeah.
Or coach, who would it be?
I'd want to have it with Mike Mayock. They got 3 picks in the first round. Michael Gelkin of the Las Vegas Review-Journal wrote yesterday something really smart that we all should have figured. Okay, and he said he doesn't think that Oakland is going to pick a quarterback in the first round. The reason that's so interesting is because, you know, I've been told all along, be careful about giving the Cardinals Kyler Murray. Might happen, but I had a friend of Steve Keim tell me last week categorically, I just don't think they're taking Kyler Murray. I think they're going to trade the pick. They trust their ability to pick players, especially high. I think they're going to go for the bonanza rather than Kyler Murray because they believe that Cliff Kingsbury can coach this quarterback very, very well. You know, Josh Rosen. Yeah. So he's going to be 20 or 25% better than what he was, and they're going to have a better team around him, whatever. But look, I mean, if it's not the Raiders, who's it going to be? Who would trade up for Kyler Murray if not the Raiders? And I trust Michael Gelkin. He's a very good beat guy. But I would want to know from Mike Mayock, what are you thinking? And if you convinced your head coach, just stay where we are in the top 40. Let's get 4 franchise-altering players rather than try to hit a home run and then have to go trade Derek Carr.
Okay, but let's say you can't trade that number 1 pick.
Right.
If you're Arizona.
Yeah. You got to take Kyler Murray. I think you have to take Kyler Murray.
Okay.
And then what you do is you trade Josh Rosen to Washington, either for whatever, I think they have the 45th pick or something like that, or 76th pick, and get something else back. But that's what I would do. You know, look, the coach obviously loves Kyler Murray. If you have that pick, I think that you ought to just sit there and take the great quarterback.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.